Hey family, woo-woo. How you doing? Hope you have an awesome weekend. Well, as you see, I am doing a celebrity reading on. He goes by Hero. I want to say Finesse, but I think it's Fiennes Tiffin. And this right here was a requested reading. Okay, so you're going to notice sometimes I get a little tongue twisted and I pronounce the name wrong. So in advance, if I'm messing up somebody's name, look, I apologize. Okay, but I will be looking at pictures. The eyes are the ones for our soul, and energetically, I pick up on information about a person. So it will not affect me whatsoever when it comes to what I'm picking up about the individual. So keep that in mind. So as I stated, this was a requested reading. It has here. Hi, can you please? Let me see. Do a reading for Hero, Fiennes Tiffin and Josephine Langford. They are actors for After movie. It's some kind of romance movie. Okay. And I have an idea who they're talking about. It's some kind of romance movie. I don't know if it played on Prime videos or Netflix, but I have seen previews of it. But anyway, they are actors for After movie. Could you see what they feel and think about each other? Do they have any opportunity for them? It was more that they wanted to say, okay? I'm not going through all that, but I'm just letting you know this was a requested reading, okay? Let me see here real quick. I hate to read half of it and don't, read the full jush of the message. So I'm going to pull that up for you, family. Okay. All right. Here it is. They are actors for the After movie. Could you see what they feel and think about each other? Do they have any opportunities for them to have any future together romantically? Okay. Now I did type in his name. Let me just say that. And what I was seeing was, the way I guess his name was what Hero. Um, the way he comes off to me, family, it's like, he's not involved with anybody. The way I see it, he pretty much is doing him, having fun. And what I read when it comes to Josephine, I mean, she hasn't really came out and said that they were in a relationship. But even though they have been seen together and obviously they have chemistry, so one would think that these two, are really, messing around behind the scenes. You never know. Okay, you just never know. So anyway, let me put up their picture real quick. Yeah, after ever happy. Anyway, this is a scene from one of the movies that these two had starred in. Okay. So many of you already know what this reading is going to be about. I'm pretty much focused on him mostly, trying to get idea what's going on ahead of his, shall I say. And if he's seen anybody, it will come out. It might not be Josephine, but if he's seen anybody, like I said, it will come out in the reading, okay? Now, before I get started, family, many of you are new as far as watching my channel, but I do appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you come in, and if you're enjoying this content, hit the like and subscribe. You might as well just join the family, okay? Hit the like, subscribe, and also share. But anyway, let's rewind real quick. Now, a while back, I had did a reading on the one and only Ariana, okay? Remember this reading right here? It was 2 months ago. See that? That was 2 months ago. Feel free to go back. It's what? It's 58 minutes long. Okay. You don't have to watch it if you want to. But for those who have watched it, if you remember the key information that came out in this reading, and a lot of information came out when it comes to, what was going on with her and her husband behind the scenes. You remember that, family? Well, here we are. I told you the timelines to my reading 369, 12 days, weeks, or months, right? Or within that span of time. But here it is, what, 2 months after I did this reading right here, 2 months later, okay? The Ariana reading. Well, check this out. Many of you if you get a chance, check out this channel called Impressive. You see that down below? Check out this channel right here. And also watch this video right here. This is Ariana, and I forgot who this guy name is that's on here. What is it? Ethan. These two are starring in a movie. Okay. And actually, I think she's still. I don't know if she's still out of town or not, but I know she's working on a movie. But anyway, he's co-starring in this movie, and they're saying that Ariana has been having an affair with him. Okay, but she's married, and they're saying that also she and her husband are planning on getting a divorce. Only time would tell, though. But obviously, she wasn't all that happy in that union. Now, if you get a chance to listen to this right here and go back and watch the video I did, a lot of it would make sense why things pretty much unfolded the way they did, okay? So that's quite interesting. That's what I do. A lot of time I just wait and sit back and see how things are going to play out. And I'm like, yeah, like I always say, let things play out when it comes to my readings. Don't assume that your sister don't know what she's talking about. Let things play out. So let's go ahead and get started with this reading, family. I'm going to pull up that picture. Let me see here. I want to pull up his picture first, okay? And if there's anything going on with him, it's going to come out, okay? If he's in a relationship, it's going to come out. So keep all of that in mind. It's going to come out. And we will also get an idea as far as what's going on with him behind the scenes. So I'm going to real quick, I'm going to use the Cosmic Oracle Tarot. So Holy Spirit to assist me and that leads me to all truth, seeking clarity. What's presently going on with the actor, hero? What's going on in personal life? My spirit guides to connect with his spirit guides. Hero spirit guides. What's going on with him? Interesting. When I had pulled up Hero Fiennes Tiffin girlfriend for 2023, you see that? I had pulled this up. I want to get an idea if he was seeing anybody who is it? And these pictures had popped up. So obviously he's been seen with different women. Okay? And I don't know who this is, the woman with the brunette right there. That's in the picture. That's somebody's different right there. So obviously he's seeing somebody, okay? And it may not even be like, serious, but it looked like he's seeing somebody. That's all I'm saying. He's definitely seeing somebody, okay? I have here open your heart. I have here open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Now, this is someone that's keeping their heart like this. They're not opening it up to anybody. It could be due to past disappointment, heartbreak, whatever the case may be. But for him, he's not letting anybody in the ways that matters. Okay, he's not giving no woman his heart right now. That's the point I'm trying to make. So a person like this, I consider a person like this could be a player, if you know what I mean. Or they just, enjoying, dipping in the salad, if you know what I mean. Cause, well, I don't know if that's a good word to use, dipping in the salad, but they are definitely enjoying, all the different flavors of ice cream out here, if you know what I mean, okay? This person right here, you shouldn't really take them too seriously because, you know, they're not really ready to open their heart to you. This is what I'm getting with him, but the spirit is saying open your heart. It's saying open your heart. It will help you attract more love. For some reason he's guarded, okay? And maybe that's why it's so hard for him to really get serious with anybody. You may see him with somebody, but that don't mean that he's like 100 with them. Next, I have love spells. It says you been bewitched. Now, I can get this if you are with somebody and you are whipped, okay? And that's pretty much like due to lust at the end of the day. A lot of times, lust has nothing to do with being in love with somebody. But if this is not his energy being bewitched by a female, it could be a female that could it could be a female that could be bewitched by him, okay? Very obsessed over him. It's either he's obsessed over somebody or somebody is obsessed with him, okay? But anyway, love spells. You've been bewitched. But he's definitely seen somebody. Next, I have communicate, compromise, forgive, and work it out. So this lets me know behind the scenes something has jumped off. It could be a past energy, but whomever he was seeing, okay, something had jumped off that compromise and forgiveness is needed for this union to continue. All right. At the head, we have vacation. So this would be hero and this would be him accompanied with someone like a couple's trip, and it has here you will be traveling soon. So he's definitely planning on traveling, and he may already be traveling. All I know is this is him, and he's been accompanied with somebody else. This is a couple trip. Next, I have caution. I think about the heart. Okay, find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Now, let me say this also. Let me say this also now. When I think about this open your heart, this could be a past energy of something that could have happened, not too long ago, but that could have happened, a while back. Okay, this could be a past energy. I say that because I'm seeing this right here. He could have been crushed. Just saying, he could have been crushed because I'm seeing love spells. Now, if this is his energy, I'm just saying allegedly, if this is his energy, it looked like he was really caught up into somebody. It looked like he was very obsessed with someone. Okay? Let me just say that. It's like you being bewitched. I think about somebody that was whipped, if you know what I mean. But like I said, if it's not him, it can be somebody feeling that way about him. And this says open your heart. Okay? So this is one whose heart is guarded. Right here, it says caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. This is someone who's getting worked up over information that has come to them, okay? And they're not happy about it. They're not happy about it. For instance, it can be something such as he may have found out that somebody's cheating or seeing somebody else. But, you know, the spirit is saying that he shouldn't get overworked about it. Get more do your research and get more facts before you overreact. Okay, so this is someone that's feeling a lot of anxiety. It's affecting their heart. Period. Okay, or this can be someone that feels crushed or heartbroken about a situation. Okay. Over here in the secret place, we have gambling, problems with addictions or gaming, bad finance. So he could have some addictions that's going on with him. I think about drugs, alcohol, or sex. Okay, lust, shall I say? That can be an addiction as well, or he can be a workaholic. But anyway, he has some kind of addiction. All right, and he also can be doing a whole lot of uh, poor spending as well when it comes to his finances. He doing more. He could be doing more spending than saving, and he could possibly have some kind of addiction as well. In the center, this speaks about travel as well. This is honeymoon. It doesn't mean that he got married. They say it's honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. This just lets me know that I see two hearts here. So this just lets me know that he's either doing some traveling or he's planning on traveling, and he may not be traveling alone. Now, one time when I had did a reading on a couple, this had came out, their person significant other was getting missed with somebody else. They was traveling with somebody else. Okay, pretty much. I'm not gonna say having an affair because the person wasn't married, but they was still like traveling with another individual. Let me just say that. All right. So anyway, it's pretty much what this means to him. But this is pretty much him traveling and possibly with somebody else. And if it's not him, it can be whomever he's involved with. They can be traveling with somebody else, and it could be, the information that could have came to him, as far as somebody that he's seeing could be hooking up with somebody else. Yep, 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 yep. Exactly as I was explaining, it came out. Okay, it has here patience. Just few more months. Good things comes to those who wait. So the way I see it, whomever he's seeing family, it don't look as all that serious. Okay, it doesn't look as all that serious at all. For me to read this right here, just a few more months, good thing comes to those who wait. This is someone that needs to be patient. Okay, they need to be patient and stop rushing. They need to go with the flow in this situation, and not only go with the flow, be patient because whomever that they're seeing, that person is not the one. Like the spirit is saying, pass. That person's not the one. Be patient. Good things comes to those who wait. Now, this is not pertaining to relationship. It could be pertaining to his career, but the spirit is telling him to be patient. Period. Good things comes to those who wait. Next, we have the word no. It says not the right time. It just depends on what this means to him. Next, we have distance. I think about travel. But not only that, it says you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So it just depends on who he's seeing. And when it comes to this individual, he ain't happy. He's not happy at all because there's distance between him and this individual. All right, physically and physically and emotional distance. Let me just say that. And the ultimate distance could be maybe they don't live in the same area. Maybe one is somewhere else in another country or in another state. So like I said, it can be physical distance also or emotional distance. So he's definitely seeing somebody. And it has here the cycle card. It's constantly ongoing. It has here fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. So whomever here he's seeing that he was really like into, let me just say that it looks like this cycle is coming to an end. If it hasn't happened now, it will happen eventually, okay? Things have to play out. Only time will tell. Next, we have here, yes. Luck is on your side. Over here in a secret place. Now, this is why he was getting worked up, okay? Someone else, I think about entanglement, a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic. And also, it's always somebody else is in the picture, unbeknownst to the other. You see that? Someone else is in the picture. Now, don't get me wrong, he could be seeing two women. Just saying. But if he's not, if he's actually seeing one, he could have found out about something that was going on with that one, with the main one that he was seeing, as far as it could have been talking to somebody else. But it has here someone is in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this. And that's why this came out the caution card. See that? Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. So as you see, he is seeing somebody. Now let's move on to good old Josephine real quick, okay? Let's move on to her. Seeing clarity. Let's press going on Josephine. Let's clarity. Let's press going on Josephine. Hmm. Um, I can find out. All I have to do is Google her name. But I'm wondering how old is she? She does look quite young. Is she in her early 20s or something? Okay, it has here fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Also, I look for symbols. Fire can let me know about someone that's upset, emotions, heating up, shall I say. She could have got into it with somebody, just saying behind the scenes. Next, it has here narcissist. Somebody is too full of themselves. You can say this is her energy or this is how she feel about somebody. Okay. Next, we have manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want. It's something that she really, really wants, and she's trying to manifest it. At the head, this is a big time allegedly. Only time to tell now. There are timelines to my readings. So, for many of you who are watching, get back with your sister within 2 months. Definitely less than 3 months. But anyway, I got here pregnancy. Now, if she's not expecting, somebody is. Okay? If she's not expecting, somebody is. And for instance, if these two are seeing each other on the low low, on the low low, if these two are seeing each other, you see when I did that message on him, it was showing somebody else is in the picture. That means somebody is seeing somebody else. I think about cheating or somebody just playing the field. But anyway, it has here someone is pregnant. Okay, I'm sorry, someone is expecting. So only time will tell if Josephine is expecting. So if that's the case, it could be about what, maybe 8 weeks or a little over. But anyway, um, only time will tell if it's her, or it can be somebody that she knows that's pregnant and it's bothering her. Okay, it's bothering her because it could be somebody that she's seen that could have gotten somebody pregnant. But only time will tell. Okay, this reading really is about her. It has here pregnancy. Someone is expecting, but like I said, if it's not her, it can be somebody that she's seen could have gotten somebody pregnant. Only time will tell. But she's the head of the reading, so it might be her. Next, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think about somebody that's very emotional. Okay, very emotional. And you know, when women are pregnant, the hormones are all over the place, and you will be very emotional. Okay, it has here in the secret place, they'll be back. It has like a love letter, or it can be somebody texting. Okay, expect to hear from them soon. Would that be a trip if these two are missing, but he was seeing somebody else, and she could end up getting pregnant by him? Wouldn't that be a trip? Wouldn't that be a trip? Just saying. You know, I did not put my disclaimer up. Normally I do that. I got distracted when I was talking about Ariana. Family, whatever you hear in this reading concerning Hero, Fiennes, and Josephine, it's allegedly, it's not facts, and this is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, I always say let things play out. So anyway, when I'm looking at her, this came out in the secret place, and it say, "I'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon." And we didn't see something about distance. You know, when it comes to couples. So like I said, these two could be seeing each other. You know, but she's working, he's working. You never know. I mean, you never know. You know, she could end up, getting pregnant. I'm not saying by him, but probably by somebody. But anyway, this is then a secret place. It says I'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So this can be her, you know, telling someone, I'll be back. You hear from me soon, or somebody could be saying this to her. That's in a secret place. And right here, according to the spirit, she dealing with some challenges. Rightfully so. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. So like she has a decision to make. But somebody, if it's not her energy, somebody to her, to Josephine, coming off as a narcissist. Someone is too full of themselves. Mm. Yep. Yeah, the spirit be on. I'm sorry. I don't know. These two might be messing behind the scenes. These two might be messing behind the scenes, family. I have here guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. If it's not like a loved one that could have transitioned, a dear friend or a loved one that could have transitioned, it's the words I look for. It has here lost loved one. So I think about somebody that you care about a lot, but due to distance, they're not around. But anyway, um, it came out. Maybe somebody that's on her mind that you know she see it as a loss. Cause it's a lost loved one. That's somebody that's not around. Now you saw what came out of his spread, didn't you? Look at hers. Look at hers. Someone else. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. And that's kind of interesting for her spread to be similar to his. So those two, they they might still be messing. Or if they backed off, it could be due to the fact that he could have been seeing somebody else too. But anyway, that's interesting. See that? This coming out of her spread too. Someone else is in the picture. Cause she's not seeing somebody else. Um, the guy is. And look what else came back out. Gambling. Problems with addictions or gambling, bad finances. This is one who's not making good choices, period. They're either fumbling the bag or fumbling the relationship. At the head, I have moving. So she could be moving in with someone or moving out. Change of residency, moving in with your partner. Either that or she planning on moving out. It has here, yes, luck is on your side. There we go again. Vacation, two couples planning on hooking up, traveling. You will be traveling soon. Now, and you never know, family, when I did his spread and we saw the distance message, it could be him and her. As far as right now, they could be very distant. You know, maybe she lives somewhere else. He live in another state, and that could have been strain on their relationship. Just saying. But it's a good chance she might be expecting. And for me to see this right here, you know, I remember this right here. I'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Who knows? He might take a trip and meet up to see her, or vice versa. She might take a trip and meet up to see him. They say you will be traveling, or maybe these two might hook up and travel together. Hmm. Now, real quick, I'm going to look at both of them. Okay, I just want to see the energy I'm getting from both of them. But this right here may not even be her energy. This can be the energy that she feels about him. She may feel like he's a narcissist, that he's too full of himself. Only time will tell. Okay, I'm gonna look at both of them. Okay. What's the energy of Hero and Josephine? What is the energy between these two couples? What is the energy between these two couples? You know what? I left the card off, and that was the one that was in the middle. I apologize, family. And I'm only reason I bring this to many of your attention because the card that was in the middle was this right here. It came right back out, and I'm sure many of you saw it. If you go back before I started shuffle, this card was in the middle, and I forgot to show it. Many I forgot to show it to you. This says gold digger. It says they want your money being used. Now, maybe if you let me know which one of these got it going on as far as financially. I mean, which one is worth more than the other? Just saying, okay? Which one been in the business longer than the other? It has here they want your money being used. And look what else came back out with these two. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. This came out in her spread. So what? She gonna expect to hear from him soon? Yep. This is the energy with these two couples. A lot of these When it comes to my reading and they start to repeat themselves, family, take heed. Okay, I can't make it up. So I got here gold digger. So somebody is. Somebody is with the other for all the wrong reasons. Let me just say that. Or maybe one of them feel like the other is with them for all the wrong reasons. Okay? It could be their mindset of how they view the other. Look at that. I'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So these two are planning on hooking back up behind the scenes. Next, we have the Guardian. It came back out. Remember in her spread, a lost loved one. See, these two are separated, but it look like behind the scenes that they're gonna hook back up for whatever reason. Look at that vacation. That's two couples hooking up, kind of traveling together. You see that? You will be traveling soon. At the head, I'm looking at these two. It's a lot of challenges going on between these two. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. And in his spread, remember we saw that his heart was closed. That can just be due to issues, things that had not been resolved with him in his past relationships, and the fact that a lot of his issues had not been resolved, and he has not been working on healing. See, that'll spread on over to the next relationship, okay? And then the new female got to deal with his issues. But anyway, challenges. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. I have here water sign came right back out. Remember her spread? Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. She's very emotional. And we have over here the secret place moving. So these two might end up, moving in together or moving out. Only time will tell. Change of residency, moving in with your partner. Like I said, we don't know what the future holds, especially if she ends up getting pregnant. And we have the patient message. Just a few more months, good thing comes to those who wait. Yeah, it's something that she wants. Yeah. And see, the ultimate challenge, family, is to me what I'm seeing here. Somebody here is not as committed as the other would like for them to be. Okay, one is very obsessed over the other. I mean, they are really feeling the other, but one is. mm, it's like they're not in sync when it comes to wanting the same things. I have here manifest. So maybe one of them trying to manifest this relationship. Tell the universe exactly what you want. Then behind that, I have gold digger. I have here the gambling message right here. The gambling problems with addictions or gambling or bad finances. I have the sexuality. Someone is still figuring themselves out. That would be him. I truly believe that's it's him. As he head, look what came out with these two. Someone else is in the middle. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. Didn't I read something about somebody having an affair? Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire, emotions heating up. It very upset. Remember that right there? I actually believe she sees him as a narcissist, somebody very full of themselves. I feel like this is her energy. This is how she sees him as a narcissist. That he's so full of himself. I think about somebody that feel like they got options and they just got you on the back burner. And when they wouldn't be bothered, they be bothered. And we just have here, yes, luck is on your side. Oh boy, I want to see something. Josephine Langford dating Hero Fiennes Tiffin. In fact, she and Hero have denied romance rumors. So these two are denying the romance rumors. I feel like because some people are just very private and they don't want to put their business out there on Fifth Street, you know what I mean? So they rather just be sneaky and be kicking it behind the scenes. And maybe they start off just kicking it, but sometimes your heart get involved. You start having feelings for the other. But see, this is my thing right here. When I'm looking at this picture right here, what it say? Let me see something. Okay, it just says five girls Hero Fiennes Tiffin has dated. Hot spill. Now, who is this? This female. Who is that? It has his secret affair. So I think about somebody else, you know, is involved with this other person also. What's that all about? Y'all might know more than me. And I say that because I'm saying this right here. Somebody else is in the middle. It's a part of this equation. So like I said, if Josephine is not expecting, the other female might. She might be expecting. Only time will tell. 'Cause I'm seeing him with different women in here. And he has every right to date who he want to date. My thing is, but if he's in a relationship with but if he is in a relationship with Josephine, that's messed up. So this is him, a picture of him in Mexico with somebody. And the only reason I'm pulling these images up because it helps me to make sense of what I'm seeing here. You know, he could be messing around with more than one person. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. 'Cause I'm seeing different females in here. Look at this. I'm seeing different females in here. But if it ain't Josephine, somebody's gonna end up getting pregnant. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's gonna end up getting pregnant. You look at this. And a lot of them probably old, relationships, but you know, I'm just a messenger, okay? I just think it's kind of interesting seeing all of this right here. 'Cause it helps me to understand this better. Mm. But as you see, other than the pregnancy, I don't really see any substance in this spread. As far as these two, gonna get married, and as far as the relationship going to the next level, this is the only thing that I see is going to the next level. Excuse me. The only thing I see is going to the next level is this right here. Where is it? Anyway, the pregnancy card. That's the only thing I see is going to the next level. But like I said, just depending on who's pregnant. And then also just because you get pregnant by somebody, I mean, that ain't gonna keep nobody. Guys these days, they want to run from you when they find out you're pregnant. And it doesn't like he taking anybody all that serious. To me, it's like he just enjoying, you know, doing him. Like you see how my messages keep repeating themselves. I can't make these messages come out any different. Oh boy. I'm gonna use this. This is my new Oracle deck family. It's called Message of Love Oracle deck. I'm gonna try this right here real quick. See what's gonna come out. I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her. Okay, I'm gonna start off looking at him first and see what energies I get. Clarity on hero. Boy, the spirit is on it. Pay attention to what come out, and plus everything that I've been saying thus far. Okay, look at that. This the energy I'm getting about him. Look at that. Regret. I wish this never happened. So it's like he effed up. He effed up in some kind of way. And maybe he feel like it's because he got somebody pregnant, okay? It has a regret. I wish this never happened. Ain't that something? Daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. So he feels this way about somebody. Remember that caution message? And I told you it can be pertained to like a broken heart. It says mend. So this is one who's trying to mend the relationship back together. I want to fix our connection. At the head, I have commitment. So this is positive. Maybe he wants to do the right thing, and open his heart and let somebody in. But anyway, this is commitment. It says, I want you to be a part of my future. So he's saying this about somebody. Maybe he plan on, letting all them other females go. Maybe he plan on get rid of that black book and just focus on one individual. I have her solitude. So he's been in solitude. I always feel connected to you. In a secret place, third party. Third party. Somebody else is in the picture, unbeknownst to the other. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. I bet so. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. Like I said, if it's not long distance, it can be physical or, emotional disconnection. But it's in the third party. So I think about somebody seeing more than one individual, somebody cheating. It has her space. The need, I need more time to think. So whatever this means to him, whatever jumped off, he needs more time to think, okay? And he's also in solitude. So right here, he wants his space so he can think, and he's also in solitude. Now he's not gonna always be in solitude, but whatever jumped off got him in this kind of space, this kind of energy, okay? He wants his space and he's alone, right? You know. Hmm. Let me see what her energy look like. And this is on the back. This is on the back. Unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. And look at her energy. Josephine. And clarity. What's going on with Josephine in the present? Josephine. What's going on with Josephine? Okay. Now go back when I used that spread before this one, and we remember we saw that message. You will hear from them soon, or I'll be back. Look at that reunion, reunion. Now this reunion can be maybe they might end up be doing another movie together, or just pick, or just hooking up, meeting up. You never know. It says we will always come back to each other. Ain't that something? Reunion. So they are planning on allegedly reconnecting in some kind of way. Yep. That's crazy how these messages are repeating themselves. I can't make it up. Damn, a lot of the messages repeat themselves. So yeah, I feel like whatever jumped out between these two, they backed off from each other, okay? But they're trying to find a way back to each other. They backed off from each other and they're trying to find a way back to each other. It has here reunion. We will always come back to each other. Then it has here daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. It has here the same thing his spread says mend. I want to fix our connection. So remember we saw the moving in card. Who knows? These two might end up, taking things to the next level and moving in with each other. So they won't be so far apart. At the head, I have regret. I wish this never happened. That's what I'm saying. If she's not expecting, he might have got somebody else pregnant, family. Okay? He might have got somebody else pregnant. Or it could be some kind of pregnancy scare if he was messing around. Maybe some females telling him that she's pregnant by him. And that's why we saw that message, don't overwork yourself, get more information. Maybe he needs to, do his research and make sure whether the child is his or not. But anyway, he has to regret. I wish this never happened. So she's upset about something. She is upset about something. And we have the space. So these two was distant from each other. We have here space. I need more time to think. And over here, third party. See, third party. And that's pretty much somebody else in the picture, unbeknownst to the other. But it looked like she found out. We have your third party. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. When I see third party, I think about somebody cheating or somebody seeing more than one individual. And it has here holding back. I should have expressed myself better. So I think about it's a lot that she want to say, but she's holding back. She's not being more forthcoming when it comes to expressing herself. Okay, because he can't read her mind. All right. So anyway, holding back. I should have expressed myself better. I feel like she went off to tell you the truth because one of those messages let me know that not only was she upset, but she went off. Okay. Now I'm going to do both of them together and see what we get here. And I'm going to end this reading. See what the energy look like with both of them. And this is the back right here. It says conversations. I want to call you and hear your voice. All right, now I'm going to look at the energy with these two together, okay? Mm, mm, mm. Okay. This is the overall energy that I'm getting, family. I'm going to end this reading. It was quite interesting. I always say that things play out. If you enjoy this reading, give us just a good old thumbs up, okay? And put your reading request down below. I won't get to them when you want me to, but I will make an effort. All right, the first one is when I was shuffling the deck, okay? I was looking at his eyes, I was looking at her eyes, and I was setting my attention. What is the outcome looking like when it comes to these two? Okay, and we know things can change. Okay, energy can always change, but what does the outcome look like with these two? Okay, because they are both right now experiencing some challenges. I got here replaceable. The way you love can never be matched. That irreplaceable. I'm sorry, let me get my words right. Irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. The love, the way you love can never be matched. I think that's beautiful. So these two definitely has a chemistry, okay? So these two see the other as irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Mm. All right, this is a challenge, all right, for one of them. It has her habits. And we did see the word addictions. I don't know if we will ever change. It might not be no we, it might be I. But anyway, I don't know if we will ever change. So the attraction is definitely there, okay? And the connection, it's definitely there. But the fact that I'm seeing addictions, um, that I think about self-sabotage. And that can cause a person to fumble the relationship and miss it. It's hard for it to grow when somebody's always sabotaging it. I have here hope. I haven't given up on us yet. So you can say this is how both of them feel or how one of them feel. They feel hopeful. They're not going to give up on the other. At the head, I have broken. I feel shattered about this situation. What comes to me is pregnancy. Like I said, she's not expecting he could have gotten somebody pregnant. Message of love, Oracle. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Unworthy. You're a better person than I am. I let me be the judge who's saying this right here. Somebody feels unworthy due to their poor negative actions. And one of them see the other as a narcissist, thinking that they're too full of themselves. But the chemistry is there. Anyway, this is in a secret place. This is how one of them been moving, okay? Chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. So, okay, so who knows now? He might change for her. If the guy meet the right woman, they'll change for them. So he might change for her, okay? He might let all them other females go and just focus on her. Only time will tell. Chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. Now, hold up 1 minute. Let me bag it up. That may not be the case because somebody's coming out obsessed with the other. So if it's not his energy, not wanting to chase anymore, it could be her energy. Maybe she was really into him more than he was, with her. Maybe she don't want to chase anymore. He said, I don't want to chase anymore. Only time will tell. And lastly, chemistry. I told you they have chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. So they definitely have chemistry. Okay, they have chemistry, and they chemistry definitely shows up when you're watching their movies. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have good chemistry. So I let the judge family, as far as the outcome. Um, but I don't. I still feel like they may not make it public. Which is to me is the right thing to do. I mean, just see how things go with each other. Keep it on a low low. If it seems to be working out, and they decide in the future they want to make it public. That's fine. But I wouldn't even blame them. I want to keep my relationship private also. Cause then people start putting, getting they input in about your relationship, and it's never really a good thing, to make a relationship all that public, unless it's really solid. You two are in a good place, and it's serious. No, y'all ready to take to another level as far as getting married. But anyway, um, overall, are these two a good fit? Is Josephine and Hero a good fit? I can't make this shit up. I can't make this up. Overall, are these two a good fit? Did I tell you earlier? Addiction is playing a part, and one of them could be a sex addiction. That's the one that just caught up being lustful, and that individual always have a backup, and that individual also sabotage their relationship. Also, I want to know if they're a good fit overall. Okay, the chemistry might be there and all of that, but I have not seen anything in here that's pertaining to I love you or I'm in love with you. I haven't even seen it. But anyway, I feel like they have good chemistry, but to me, I feel like it's lustful to tell you the truth. Um, or one could be more to the other, if you know what I mean. It's a sabotage. I messed up. The good thing in my life sometimes. I feel like this is his energy due to operating in self sabotage. Okay, due to operating in self sabotage. So anyway, I got the answer sabotage. Only time will tell. So do they look good on film? Yes. Do they have chemistry? Yeah. But these two have to be on one accord, okay? And they're definitely dealing with some challenges behind the scenes. Please know that. So anyway, this is my reading on Hero. Fiennes, Tiffin, and Josephine. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And will these two actually work out? I don't. It don't look like it. Overall, I'm just saying. Overall, I don't see these two getting married. Okay. Uh. mm, no. No. Even if they do get together, I see a lot of challenges and a lot of self sabotage going on in the relationship. So anyway, there you have it. Bye. Have a good, awesome weekend, family.